Hello everybody, it's Sean Hayes with Keller Williams Greater Athens. Today, you may not know this, but the Marine Corps turning 244 years old today. Can I get a Semper Fi from my producer in the back?
Semper Fi.
Oh, we almost had it. Alright guys, so one of my favorite holidays of the year, Veterans Day, not because of the free Applebee's, surprisingly. I do love some free Applebee's. Tongue Tavern today, so shout out to all my veterans out there. Be it Marine Corps mostly, Army National Guard second. Shout out to my guardsmen. Shout out to the Air Force. Some would call them the Sheriff Force. Vic, maybe? They're out there. You got the Coast Guard and the Marine Corps Uber known as Navy. Alright, so we all talk a lot of crap about each other, but at the end of the day, it's all love, man, and we appreciate everybody who served in the past and who is currently serving right now. So make sure to check in on your brothers and sisters every once in a while. See how they're doing, right? 22 veteran suicides a day, that's too much. We're live from my house right here in Athens, and we're doing the local Athens Area Market Report. Coming to you live every Sunday night, and I cover Clarke County, Madison, Barrow, Oglethorpe, Oconee, and Jackson, of course. So what I do is I cover all the numbers of what's been going on the past week. So this week we're covering November 3rd to November 10th, Semper Fi, 2019 going on, and we're kind of busting some myths of, the only time to sell your house is in the spring, because I think we're seeing that's not true. All right, guys, so what I do is I'm covering residential. That's only single-family detached houses. If you would like me to start covering land, mobile homes, multifamily homes, townhouses, and condos, feel free to put them in my DMs. Daylene will back there, and she'll try to answer them and get to you as we can. All right, guys, so it is November 10th, the Marine Corps birthday. We have the Marine Corps edition here. Shout out to Daylene for getting super autistic with that. All right, guys, so our active right now, we have 530 listings, so we're down a little bit from last week. Our average days on market is 107, which that's up a few days from last week, but still kind of in that same in between 3 to 4 months. What's going on? We're good? All right. So yeah, we're still kind of in between that 3 to 4 months for the average days on market. Your average list price is $412,976. So week, and this is what I was saying, we're busting the myth of the only time to sell is in the spring market. That's what people hear all the time. You can see we're continuing to get 40 to 50, sometimes even 60 new listings a week. And we're going into the holiday season, right? So we got 41 new listings. Your average list price was $331,555. So you can see there's quite a big differential from what's been sitting on the market to what's new on the market. And here's where the money's at, right? So this past week we had 48 closings, and again, this is only single-family residential. So our average list, $258,000. Guys, this is exciting stuff right here. Our average sale is $260,000. So what that's telling me is, so for the past 4 weeks, we've been hovering right around 97 to 98% list to sale price. But this past week, sellers got an average of $1,800 more dollars than what they listed, right? So if they listed it for $100,000, they got almost an extra $2,000 on top of what they put up for sale. So that shows us that we're still in a super strong seller market, and that there's still a lot of buyers out there. And if the home is priced right, and if the home is in good condition, it's going to sell, and it's going to sell this past week for over asking, which is awesome. That's what we like to see, especially if you're selling. For buyers, make sure you get a good buyer representation on realtors, okay? Your average days on market was 55, which, again, that's staying pretty consistent. We're right in the high 40 to low 50. So you got to think about, on average, a loan will take 40 days to close. We got lenders out there that can do it in 15, but on average, 40 days. So that means if your home's not under contract in the first 2 weeks, you may need to do some sort of price adjustment. You may need to put some more incentives out there for buyers. Because you can see, if you're priced right, especially if you're in that mid-200 price range, you should be getting sold. So back on market, we had 10 houses go under contract and then fall out of contract. There's a few reasons why, okay? Could be your due diligence, inspection could have went bad, and buyer and seller just couldn't come to terms of what they wanted. Could be a financing. Something happened, buyer didn't disclose something to the lender, something pops up on the credit report that wasn't there before. That could cause your credit score to change and could change your financing options. And overall, you could lose that deal. So make sure if you're buying that you just need to sit still, relax, do not open any credit cards or anything like that, and save your guap, all right? Do all that stuff after you close. I'm telling you, I've seen it happen before. Just stay calm. Your average days on market was 107. All right. Your expires, so you had 4 listings expire. So this is pretty normal. We're coming to the middle of the month. Usually, a majority of listings will start to expire either in the beginning or the end of the month. Usually, when you go into a listing agreement, you don't really have it for November 10th because you like to just keep your mind focused. And your average days on market was 228 days. So that's quite a long time. And I didn't write it up here, but the average price of these was $530,000. So again, coming back up here to what's already been sitting on the market, what really seems like after you cross over this $250,000 price range, your buyers really start to drop off. So, that's stuff to consider, right? When you're gonna buy a house in this 300 price range, consider the resale value. If you're gonna go ahead and list your house, you really need to make sure that you are gonna be super presentable to buyers. All right. All right, guys, simplify. All right, so on to your money, your rates. This is what a majority of the questions usually are about is how do I even start the process? How do I buy a house, right? I know Daylene and I, we had a lot of questions, and we do this every single day. All right, so our conventional, and as you can see, there's green arrows on the side here, so rates have gone up. All rates across the whole spectrum have gone up since last week. So if you're thinking about buying, you may want to go ahead and get pre-approved and lock in a rate if you can. So your 30-year, you're at 3.725, and your 15-year conventional is at 3.37. So your conventional, all that means is that it's not a government-backed loan. Typically, you may be able to get a lower rate, and usually when you're talking about conventional, you're talking about a 20% down loan. Not all the time. There's some other things out there, but typically you're talking about that 20% down. So your government-backed loans, your FHA, your VA, and your USDA. Shout out to my vets out there. 30-year, 3.375. Those have gone up a little bit, and your 15-year is at 3.625. Again, staying pretty consistent with seeing that our 30-year have gone up a little bit. Our 15-year have increased a little bit more than our 30-year, and they're typically hovering a little higher than our 30-year. So, just interesting stuff. Our jumbo loans, our 30-year is 3.75, and our 15-year is 3.62, which is incredibly good rates still. Our jumbo is considered anything over $429,000. So, guys, I hope you find all this stuff pretty helpful. All right, guys. So, once again, I appreciate everybody hopping on. I hope you find this stuff extremely helpful. If you have any questions about anything real estate, please feel free to slide in my DMs, comment on the videos, text me, call me, email me. Simplify. All right, guys. So, once again, I appreciate it. Hey, it's Sunday night. Let's start the week super strong tomorrow. Let's get up early, stay hydrated, and get after it, guys. All right. Have a good week. Ton Tavern, 1775.